Okay, so Reddit has overtaken TikTok in the UK, driven by search and Gen Z. So you may have heard kind of whisperings around Reddit becoming a really, really important platform over the last year. And it's the UK's fourth most visited social media platform, surpassing TikTok. It now reaches 3 in 5 British internet users, marking an 88% increase in reach over the last 2 years, according to Ofcom. So the platform's growth has mainly been fueled by changes to Google search algorithms, which now prioritize helpful forum content. So when you Google something, often Reddit will be in position 2, 3, 4, and it is quite eye-catching because often the thread in which they feature in the Google search results pages really does kind of meet your query. It often features exactly the same question that you've asked Google, or it kind of goes into more detail and makes it quite eye-catching in those SERPs. Additionally, licensing deals to train Google and OpenAI models have made Reddit a top source for AI generated answers. So, again, when you ask ChatGPT something, Reddit is often one of the most cited websites out there. And you'll see kind of the Reddit label in your ChatGPT results because they are also looking to seek kind of human real life advice from the platform. So users are increasingly turning to Reddit as an antidote for AI generated content because it often has authentic opinions. It's often got some really good advice and helpful tips within it. It's often very like raw and unedited. It's, written just as somebody would kind of verbally update. So it's got, spelling mistakes, it's got weird formatting a lot of the time. And so that's seen as like very authentic to users. I certainly use it a lot for kind of advice around things like travel, parenting, renting, or kind of saving money, financial tips, etc. So there's lots and lots of kind of juicy content within there. And I think now that we are seeing it appear much more in search algorithms means that it has become this incredibly important site. One of the things that Reddit is doing this year, which we have spoken about in our updates before, is they have been widely expanding their advertising platform. There are a lot of new advertising formats that you can utilize in Reddit. I haven't actually done any Reddit ads yet, but I've been speaking to a few companies that have, and the feedback I've had is that it is very cost effective to get reach within Reddit, particularly if you're advertising something where there is an active Reddit community around that industry or that topic. So it's certainly one to think about for your social media strategies for 2026 and investigate more of. I think it's really interesting as well to see that the government now has presence within Reddit as well. So they've recognised the site's influence, and the UK government has launched an official account to discuss issues like the cost of living. They've also begun hosting these very popular AMAs, which are Ask Me Anything sessions, which have kind of always been like a well-known feature of Reddit. Um, Something that a couple of our clients do is these AMAs with kind of people that are working behind the scenes on projects. Also, we've seen a massive increase in engagement with sports. The Premier League subreddit has grown by over 1 billion views in the last year. And obviously, with the World Cup this year, it's going to become a key
Yeah.
hub for fashion. Sorry, I don't know if anyone was trying to ask a question there. I just heard some voice. So let me know if you want to ask any questions in the chat. That is all good. So yeah, definitely a platform to consider. And if you haven't considered Reddit yet, then I would certainly do a little bit of research around who in your industry is already using it, whether there are any threads and forums that are actually happening on Reddit that are aligned to what your business does, and what the kind of sentiment around those are, whether they're positive, negative, or whether it is potentially a place where people are sharing negative insight. And then also obviously think about your resource and time availability because you can't be on every social media platform. So you really do have to make sure that you've got enough time to dedicate to trying out a new platform in 2026 if you feel there is an opportunity there.